Hello everyone, and welcome to Raz-Lee's Security Compliance Evaluator for PCI Compliance demo. First, let's look at the need for Compliance Evaluator. More and more companies today need to comply with industry regulations such as PCI, SOX, HIPAA, and others. All companies, nearly all companies, certainly need to comply with external and internal auditors' demands, and these lead to site-specific policies as well as site-specific compliance regulations which all companies need to adhere to. Compliance, as we all know, is something that must be checked periodically in order to stay compliant, and compliance must be checked for all systems in the enterprise. To better illustrate the challenge, let's look at the following scenario. Our manager coming to the office in the morning thinks that compliance is really a hassle, and he asks himself, well, how do I even check all those PCI requirements on all my systems, and how do I do this periodically? Well, using Compliance Evaluator, our manager can simply customize a built-in template which we provide and run a report and obtain a summary or a detailed PCI compliance report within seconds. At this point, our manager is satisfied that he has all the compliance information that he needs, and each morning when he reaches the office, he'll have a PCI compliance report waiting for him, a summary report usually, which he can then pass along to people on his staff who can use the detailed report in order to easily assist the company in becoming PCI compliant. Compliance Evaluator then provides managers with a quick and comprehensive compliance view of all their systems, and it's ideal for multi-system and multi-LPAR sites. Compliance Evaluator includes built-in PCI, SOX, HIPAA regulation checks, which can be used as templates and adapted to site policies and regulations and standards. Compliance Evaluator reports are produced in Excel format and can be emailed to all relevant users and can be pre-scheduled to run periodically. In Compliance Evaluator, users can define the content of compliance reports, their structure, and even assign relative weights to each category and to each individual report. And finally, Compliance Evaluator is based upon the iSecurity firewall and audit products and runs using an Eclipse-based graphical user interface. The output of Compliance Evaluator, as I said, is Excel, and we'll show that later on, but at this point I'd just like to show you a slide. This is a sample PCI compliance report, a report with a number of categories that we see here. There are others which don't appear on the screen. Each category broken down into reports. For each category there is a relative importance, the current value of the item that's being checked, the optimal value, and a rank for each category or topic. This report was run on one system, and we can view this report in summary format as well. Here we see all the different topics with their relative importance. These reports can run on 2 or more systems, as you can see here. This is a different report looking at topics called user profile attributes, system values, and network activity. In short, Compliance Evaluator can check your PCI compliance at the snap of your fingers. The purpose of this demo then is to demonstrate how to set up a site-specific PCI check for your company, ABC company, using Compliance Evaluator. We'll cover the following activities. We'll customize a site-specific PCI check for editing by creating a new PCI check based on a template which we provide. We'll show how to define a site-specific score for a particular report in order to reflect your company's policy, and we'll show you how to adapt the list of production libraries at your company in order to ensure that all reports which check production libraries will indeed reference your list of libraries. And of course, we'll show some sample output report produced from the PCI compliance run in both summary and detailed format. If we now go to the iSecurity graphical user interface, we see here on the left the navigation tree made up of various iSecurity products such as Audit, Authority on Demand, Capture, Firewall, etc. And in addition, various topics such as business intelligence, the Compliance Evaluator product that we're going to look at right now, our queries and reports node on the navigation tree, etc. Let's begin by looking at the template that we provide with the product, Z9 PCI. Let's copy it to a new compliance check called ABC PCI check. We're doing that in real time. Having done that, let's now open the check and change the description to ABC Company PCI checks. And let's save that back as well. Let's now go into the check itself and see what it consists of. Again, a number of topics in bold, and for each topic, a number of reports which run. These reports, again, are based on either Audit or Firewall. Each topic, each report has a relative importance attached to it. We, of course, normalize the percentages so that in the end, the sum of the importance of the various topics, of course, adds up to 100%. Let's see what a particular report looks like. All user profiles with all object authority runs this report which we provide. And basically we're saying that a score of 100 will be given if the number returned by this report, all user profiles with all object authority, is less than or equal to 10. If we have another system, for perhaps a test system, in which we want to have a different number of user profiles which we allow to have all object authority, we simply add an exception, browse for the test system here called system 150. Perhaps on the test system we allow more users with all object authority, do an OK, and then we see here that for this report, all user profiles with all object authority, there is an exception. The report itself, running on all systems except for the test system, provides a score of 100 up to and equal to 10. On the test system, we allow up to and equal to 15. In addition, one more example of how we adapt these reports. In PCI category number 7, which talks about access to production data and components, we make use of production libraries. We check different aspects of access to production libraries. Of course, we have to be able to define the list of production libraries in your system. So if we open the report, the definition of the report, browse for this particular report, and open the report, we see the report definition here, the tabs at the top of the screen. I'll explain these tabs and how to edit queries in a separate demo. But at this time, I'd just like to show you that the filter for this particular report indeed checks to see if the add authority flag is on, if it equals X, and if the object name equals or is an item in libraries/prodlib. In other words, in group libraries, item prodlib, let's do a browse on that. And we see that in prodlib, there are 2 libraries currently defined. There's a development library and a production library, which are the names, the actual names of these libraries at your site. we can now add an additional item. Let's call it ABC HR Lib, Human Resources Library, for example. We've now added that. Now there are 3 production libraries in ProdLib, which is a list of production libraries. We do an OK, again OK, once more, and the query has now been updated. Summing up, I've shown you how the reports can easily be changed to include systems other or exceptional systems within your complex, within the enterprise, and in addition, how to change the list of production libraries and to adapt them for your particular site. When we run the report, we can run on all systems or perhaps only on the current system, and we can decide that the output will be produced in Excel format and mailed to, for example, marketing@Raz-Lee.com. In addition to receiving the report in my email, I can also receive it and view the report here on disk as part of in the IFS of the PowerEye machine. And when I double click on the report, I can view the report as it was run and as the output was sent to the IFS. So summing up again, we're looking here in Excel at the output of a PCI compliance report on one system, on a single system. This is a detailed report, and by clicking here, I can see the same report in summary format. I'm now looking at a report on 2 systems, on our production system, on our test system. If we look at user profiles with all object authority, we can see that the optimal value here is not equal to the optimal value on the test system. Each topic, each category has a different rank, color-coded, easily understandable by managers and by personnel, by technical personnel, who then know how to solve the problem in question. So again, we've actually demonstrated how to set up a site-specific PCI check for your company. We've created a PCI check. We've defined a site-specific score and adapted a list of production libraries. And we viewed both a summary and a detailed report. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to future demos of other aspects of Raz-Lee's iSecurity suite of products. Thank you.